Hey guys, welcome back to Fablestan, and I'm filming another video today. I just did the unboxing and I'm just kind of in a video mood, so I just wanted to make this video. So this video is actually a very belated April Fool's video. So just so you know, there's not going to be any pranks in this. I just wanted to do a tarot themed or April Fool's themed tarot event. And I actually had this idea days after April Fool's Day. I know it's way over. It's like super duper belated. But I just wanted to do it anyway, and then maybe in the coming year, like next year, I will do it again, and then I'll finally do it on time next time. But I just had this idea where we would just just take a deck and then just start the video, like if you're vlogging or if you're maybe making a live video, just start the video and then just draw 4 to 5 cards. And it could be, in the beginning I thought, just do major arcana, but I think minor arcana works too. So pull all the cards and then just kind of connect with the archetype, connect with the minor arcana, court card or whatever, and then just imagine that if on the day of April Fool's Day, what kind of pranks would this archetype pull, and who would they prank, depending on what kind of tendencies they have. So it's kind of just a fun activity. You don't know what to come up, you don't really know who's gonna come up, and you just kind of use your tarot wisdom and knowledge, and also just your creativity and fun and imagination, and then just gonna try to speculate like what kind of pranks would they pull on April Fool's Day. So I think definitely if I do this next year, I'm going to do it a few days before and then just maybe start a tag, because I think it's always fun. It's awesome to have fun with tarot, and I think that's another way of engaging with it and studying it. It's to kind of use your imagination to interpret it in different kinds of situations, even though it might not be super relevant to actually doing a tarot reading. But I think when you're connecting with the archetype, when you're trying to understand the personality of the archetype, and trying to creatively reinvent or put these archetypes in situations that may or may not appear in a tarot reading, I think that's sort of, you're unpacking the archetype in a different way. You're learning about the archetype in a different way. And I think that's math fun because I love storytelling, I love personifying and everything. So that's just me. But yeah, I'm gonna draw the first card and then see which prankster is gonna come up. If I don't see the devil or the fool, I'll be very disappointed. So, show me the first prankster. Okay, King of Swords. Oh god. Okay, so I think the way King of Swords is gonna prank somebody, the first thing I think of is this is gonna be a very highly calculated and elaborate prank. I think, say if he's like the CEO of a company and he's in like a pranking mood, or he's gonna actually get every single person involved, and then he will sort of try to plan this like, days before. He would make all the proper phone calls, make sure like everybody's schedule was is fit. Maybe if he's trying to pull a prank on, I think he would be the type of guy who, I don't think usually he wouldn't be the mood for pranking people, because I think King of Swords is pretty serious. But I think if something tickled his funny bone, like that side of him sort of surfaced, I think what he would do is he would play a prank on all his employees. Actually, I think he might be the type of guy who would be like the undercover boss. He would try to go inside the system, and then he would try to maybe fool around with his employees, maybe totally sucking at something, either on purpose, or maybe just actually sucking, and I think he would really enjoy sort of maybe playing the role of that employee and trying to maybe see, oh, what do you think of our CEO? What do you think of our boss? And then he'll try to sort of do that role reversal thing, and then try to get inside a system and try to go to a different place in terms of his kingdoms, something like that. So I feel like that's what he would do. He would be like the undercover boss, and then just like fool the shit out of his employees, and then bam, a week later he's like, hey, by the way, I'm your CEO, remember all that crap you said about me? But since you're so awesome, I'm gonna give you like $10,000 and you can go on your favorite trip or whatever. Something like that. Okay, so let's do another one. I think I'll just do 3 in case this video gets too long, because as you know, like, I totally don't shut up at all. Okay, so another card just came out. I got Justice. So interesting. So lots of swords, or sort of airy energy. So Justice. Okay, so obviously justice is related to law, and I think a person, or justice, how she would prank a person is that I think she's also a very serious person as well. She doesn't really play pranks on people, but I think if she does, I think she would be like the type of person who would actually maybe involve the law. Like, the first thought I had was, you know, like, she would be at a party and then there would be like a noise complaint, and there would be like an officer knocking at the door, and then he would be like, okay, I'm here to address the noise complaint. You got some noise complaint from your neighbors, and then he's actually a stripper. But that doesn't really seem to fit the vibe of justice, because justice is very black and white. So I think there's also this element of like this feeling of like justice would totally stage it. Like, she would also do a lot of planning and calculations when it comes to pranking somebody, and I think she would probably be doing a revenge prank because, you know, justice, right? It's all about like fairness and balance. So on April Fool's Day, she would probably be doing a revenge prank on her boyfriend or girlfriend because she got pranked like days ago, and now, or last year, so now she's trying to do a revenge prank on whoever pranked her before. So I feel like, yeah, that's what she would do. She would totally be pulling like a revenge prank. Okay, let's do another one. So, Four of Wands. Oh my god, okay, the first thing I think about is like a fake proposal. I think this is probably one of the worst thing ever. Or I think it could be that it's a couple prank, and then maybe the guy or the girl kind of does something. Let's say the guy is doing the prank, he does something like the girl absolutely hates. You know, put cockroaches in her shoes, sprinkle maggots all over her hair, like spray her with goo or whatever, and just lots of gross stuff, right? And then at the end, when she's just covered in goo, just absolutely pissed. I think this is actually a YouTube video, I've seen it somewhere. When she's just absolutely pissed, the guy kneels down and then opens up the little velvet box and then shows her the ring and then asks her to marry him. And yeah, so that's kind of like a prank slash surprise sort of prank. I think, me personally, I would not love that. Like, I think it's a good, like, I think if it's a good humor prank, like if it's none of those gross things, I think I'll actually be more mad than happy if a guy proposes to me like that. I think if it's like another type of prank, like something that actually I find funny, something that's not gross, it doesn't really, you know, get me dirty, or it doesn't really like infringe on my physical sort of personal space and sense of safety, I think I'll be down with that. Like, if he shows up with like a inflated T-Rex suit and then proposes to me or something, I think that's fucking hilarious. Like, I think I'll laugh him for it. But yeah, like, me personally, I wouldn't want like a guy dumping cockroaches on me or what the fuck, like whatever the fuck. That just, you know, like, I think some girls may be okay with it, but for me, definitely no. That's just a sign of disrespect. Like, I just don't want to feel unsafe when a guy proposes to me. It's like you totally fucked me over and then now you're proposing. Like, I don't know if I can trust you as my husband, kind of thing. But yeah, but if that's your thing, like, if you think that's totally hilarious, go for it, right? Okay, let's just do one more. Since we have 4 wands, let's do 4 cards. I know I said 3, or actually I started with 5 or 4, but then I went with 3, and then, okay, last one. Ace of Cups. This reminds me of well, first thing is the ice bucket challenge. You just literally just dump a pot of liquid on top of over somebody. Or, you know, you just like, you know that prank where you like get a water bottle, you try to get someone to look at the coin that's sort of right at the opening, and then when they get really close, you just like fripping splash the water bottle, and then the water just explodes at their faces, and then I think that's hilarious. I think I just said that I don't want anything on me in a prank, but water's not bad, I guess. But yeah, it's really funny. Personally, I really like annoying, harmless pranks. That's kind of how I roll. Like, I would put like, say if you have a mouse, and then I just put a sticky over it and I would draw like a really ugly face on a sticky because you know when you cover the light it doesn't move, right? So when the person figure out, they turn over and say, oh, what the heck. I really love those little annoying pranks. And just me. I also really like the really lame classic ones. It's like, oh, your shoelaces are untied or your fly is down. I love those. And I love it when people fall for it. It's just the funniest thing. So if you're watching this video, if you're my friend or something, or you know me in real life, just watch out for those kind of things on April Fool's Day, because that's the kind of shit I pull. It's really lame, but I think it's super funny. Usually the stuff I find funny is like, it's so unfunny, and I'm laughing like crazy, and it's funny, you know? And that's how pranks should have gone down on April Fool's Day for these archetypes. And I know it's super belated, it's so untimely, but if you want to do another one in response to this one, totally do it. But I think next year, the coming year, I'll do a proper tag for this, and I'll just love to see what other people say about the archetypal pranksters from tarot, and then just have some fun on April Fool's Day. And yeah, that's it. Until next time. Let me know what you think about the 4 cards I pulled. What pranks would they pull on their loved ones or friends or their boss or, you know, like coworkers. Maybe you can do the same thing and post it. I know it's super belated again, but you know, it's kind of fun. So yeah. Alright, until next time, be the hero of your own story, and I will see you later.